Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle LA by Night. Tonight is Season 2, Episode 2, An Eye for an Eye. Let's meet the vampires.
Hi, I'm Alexander Ward, and I play Jasper.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Marie, and I play Nellie G.
B. Dave Walters, I play Victor Temple, undisputed Baron of the Valley, which may or may not include the Grove.
It's not the Valley.
It's not the Valley.
It's the Grove.
Exactly.
And our favorite Bruja, Erica Ishii, will join us at a dramatically appropriate moment. Before we get started, we would like to thank the Mastercrafts people at Dogmite for our beautiful clan dice boxes and our gorgeous storyteller screen with both the Camarilla and Anarch factions on the sides. I couldn't imagine why that would be important this season. We'd also like to ask you to please use the hashtag LA by Night when you are sharing your artwork and other creations about our program and our show so that we can find you and make sure that everybody sees the wonderful support that you are giving us. If you haven't caught up yet on Season 1, you can still watch all 8 episodes on YouTube, and we've started to add the epilogues as well. If you don't have 10 hours to spare or more, and you want to catch up a little bit more quickly, our gangrel friend Ramona has a shorter recap available for you on YouTube as well, with a little help from her rodent friends. In episode 1 of this season, Eva the Tremere asked for some assistance of the coterie. At Griffith Observatory, she specifically appealed to the Baron of the Valley for aid. Her request? Help 3 Tremere, the Weird Sisters, were on their way from San Diego seeking refuge from turmoil in the City of Angels. The Baron and the coterie agreed to assist. They were interrupted by ghosts, spirits, the restless dead. Somehow connected with Nellie's past, the spirits interfered and caused considerable damage to Nellie's person before they went away. Later at Club Maharaja, Nellie committed murder, devouring her mortal snack against her better judgment, perhaps. Unfortunately, the Tremere didn't make it to Club Maharaja. They were delayed, intercepted, somewhere near the Grove. The police may be involved, and they need immediate help from the coterie. So, now, let's tell a vampire story. It is the same night, roughly 9 in the evening. At this time of year, sunset comes early, 5 p.m. and sunrise about 7. These longest nights of the year are a boon to the kindred. More hours of activity, more hours of secrecy. Easier to get things done, especially when you're on an important mission. Find 3 witches in a van at one of the busiest shopping centers in Los Angeles, and make sure the police don't get wise. What could possibly go wrong? We were in the parking garage at Club Maharaja. The Baron, who was having a particularly difficult night, was waiting for his head of security to give him the all clear before leaving. X, waiting nervously in the SUV. Nellie, having arrived after a change of wardrobe. And Jasper, waiting. Now, if I recall correctly, Victor, you have your Ralphus pistol, the fire gun.
Mm-hmm.
Jasper and Nellie each have your favorite sharp objects. And X has, well, whatever X has.
Personality.
Okay. I think I liked it better when we were dealing with Bruja and drug dealers than ghosts and witches, but let's just try and get this done quickly and as cleanly as possible.
No objections here.
That you sure? Because I want to make sure that you're not gonna have an episode in the middle of Griffith on the way to the Grove.
Well, if you keep asking me questions, maybe I will have an issue.
All right. I can't believe I'm saying this for twice in one night, but X, would you be willing to drive us to the Grove?
That'd be no. Give me a moment. I'm going to send a text message. Here, let me read it to you, Baron. Annabelle, favor repaid. I'm out. Meet your friends. Grove. Love, X. I think I'll sit this one out.
That's valid, X.
Yeah, it's not your problem. But hey, you know what?
I'm not sure Therese would be eager for me to be involved personally in a baronial matter. Seems like important valley business.
All business is important valley business, X.
I don't know that I would go that far, but for me, I think maybe the better part of valor. Love you all, but
well, we're on the clock. But I tell you what, if you want to hang out downstairs, you have the run of the place. Just don't be yourself. And also, I look at my head of security, Campbell. If he goes in my office, stake him. That one, yeah.
yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, your barrenness is too kind and generous. Such hospitality. I am overwhelmed even, overjoyed. Well, maybe not.
I realize I'm not supposed to like that, but I got to. You know what? That's neither here nor there. Then who's gonna drive? I need somebody to. I mean, I'm already over here. I've changed clothes. Like we need to go. Like I need.
Head of Security Campbell says that he will get you a driver right away, sir. Unfortunately, Mr. Parnell has a concussion, so
I wonder
not
how
available.
that happened.
Yeah, that's it's it. Make sure he's taken care of. He did a good job.
Campbell steps away and uses his phone briefly.
Okay.
A few moments later, one of your security detail arrives. He's young, well-built, very blonde hair, and just the start of fashionable stubble. Sir, Miller?
Yeah, great. Mac, you know where the Grove is, right?
Miller, sir. Yes, the Grove. Right away, sir.
Hey, one quick thing and submerge directive. The next time you feel like correcting me, don't.
So, you are going to reach out with Dominate.
Yes.
So, manipulation plus Dominate versus Intelligence or Resolve. Yeah, well. He nods.
Okay.
He doesn't acknowledge the command. It's as though he hasn't heard it, and yet he acquiesces.
Okay. All right. I'm like,
And then he gets behind the wheel.
to the Grove. Before we go, I just let the window down and I look at Campbell and I'm like, prepare downstairs for guests. Make sure they're comfortable.
Refreshments, sir?
I don't know what they like, so maybe have a selection available, yes.
Yes, sir.
There will be 3 of them.
Hopefully. Then away we go.
I understand, sir. Good luck.
Are we ready now? After you hurried me out of me getting ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. You think that was the thing that has delayed us tonight? Like that's been the holdup? Yeah. Okay, great. Sure. Yes, we can go, Mac, to the Grove.
Excellent. Finally.
Any other preparations? I'm going to assume that the SUV comes equipped with the standard toolkit.
It does. This time, no high-powered rifle because the lupines are less likely at the Grove. Not unlikely, just less likely. Actually, beyond the things that we have on our person, I actually don't want too much contraband in the car in case we get searched or held up somehow.
I do need to ask you, what did you do with the rifle clip of silvered bullets? Where is it?
I did have it on my person, but since I changed clothes, I'm gonna say I left it in my office.
Very well. Nellie, any other special preparations, or are you good to go?
I'm good.
Jasper?
Other than my small bag that I have, I'm good.
Good to go. Very well. Miller starts the engine, exits the parking garage. He's a decent driver, not highly trained like some, but competent. And he seems familiar with LA traffic. A little bit better than Parnell, perhaps.
So, what is our game plan here?
Well, we don't really know who these people are. We've been told they're Tremere refugees from whatever's happening in San Diego, but I think we all know nothing's that simple, especially nothing this secretive. But I would just like to locate these 3 ladies and get them back somewhere safe where at least we can talk freely. So,
And do we have any idea where exactly they are at? The Grove is kind of big.
it is. We know the make and model of the van, we know the license plate, we have descriptions of the 3 of them.
I mean, the 2 most obvious places for a car to be at the Grove would be either the farmer's market area or the parking garage.
I fear, based on Eva's last message, that perhaps they were pulled over. So I think we should just drive and see if maybe we spot any flashing blue lights, and then see if that's where the van is and progress from there.
Most of this will be down to you 2 because I, for obvious reasons, can't be there.
Victor and Jasper. Your phones signal incoming messages almost at the same time. Jasper, yours is from Annabelle. And it simply says, meet you there. Victor, yours is from Eva. It's just a number. And it says, call this.
I do. I don't reply to Eva, I just call the number.
Do not reply to Eva, but you call the number that she's given you.
Yes.
Rings 3 times before it's picked up. Hello? Yes, hello.
A mutual friend asked me to give you a ride.
Is this Mr. Temple?
It is. And who am I speaking to?
I'm Hester.
Nice to meet you, Hester.
Are you on your way?
I absolutely am. Where are you?
That's a relief. Mm-hmm. I'm in a van.
I was told you're somewhere around the Grove. Are you familiar with LA? Do you know what that is?
I do believe we are at the Grove. Mm-hmm. We're in the van. We are on the roof of a parking garage.
Okay.
There are police. We have chosen to stay in the van.
Are the police in their cars or out of their cars?
One moment. You can hear some muffled conversation. Mm-hmm. At least two other voices. Mm-hmm. But you can't make out the words. Mm-hmm. From here, we can see several police vehicles. They're blocking the exit from the roof. We can't drive away. The police are in their cars.
Did they arrive at the parking deck or did they chase you up to the top of the roof?
They pursued us. They did not use their lights or their sirens, but they were following us. Mm-hmm. We came here in the hope of losing them. Mm-hmm. And now we can't leave.
Right. Let me make another phone call. Stay in the van, and under no circumstances do not harm any mortals. Do you understand?
I understand the words, Mr. Temple. Let me assure you, however, that we do not intend to be taken into police custody. That would be disastrous.
None of us ever do, but this is not our domain, and we do not want to make a public scene.
What do you suggest we do should the police attempt to arrest us?
Do whatever you have to do to escape without harming any mortals. We'll be there and I check my watch, and whatever reasonable estimate is.
We will await you, Mr. Temple.
Yes. Excellent. See you in a moment. I hang that up and I do recount to you all the fact that they're held up on the roof of the parking garage. Apparently they've been pursued by the police, but without lights and sirens. But I might be able to do something about this.
I have an idea that might coincide with possibly what you were thinking. If you two, being as you're so good with garnering attention from people, could distract said police officers, I could take them down one of the staircases from the top, quietly.
Let me try one other thing, and if this doesn't work, then yes, I think that's a great, excellent plan.
Got it.
I take out the phone and I say, part of my new role is Baron Abrams graciously introduced me to some people who might be of use in an instance like this.
Mm-hmm. So, you're placing a call to one of your contacts.
Yes.
In that organization.
Yes. Somebody that I feel like can probably help me with the LAPD. Yes.
Phone is answered immediately. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Sup?
Question for you.
Yeah, I was told you might call.
Some friends of mine might have had a little traffic altercation with the LAPD. They're around.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Tickets are pricey these days.
Right.
You want that to go away?
Well, they're at the Grove. They're up on the top of the parking deck.
Oh, yeah?
I think they might have a couple of cruisers that were pursuing them. They're not from here. They don't know the game. So if we could maybe clear the path for them to drive out of there, that would be ideal.
Yeah, no sweat. Give me a few and let me call you back.
Got it. Thanks.
You got it.
Hang up. So we'll see.
Okay, then.
So, the Grove is in the upscale neighborhood of Fairfax. It's not the Valley, but it's not the Valley. Nor is it Hollywood, nor Beverly Hills, nor precisely in any barony in Los Angeles. So far, all the barons who count have been content to leave it that way and treat it as sort of a communal hunting territory, or the rack, as older vampires might call it, provided that nobody attracts too much attention. To call the Grove an outdoor shopping mall is to damn it with faint praise. It's more like a theme park for luxury shoppers, people with more money than good taste. It's impressive, luxurious, stylish, over 500,000 square feet of outdoor entertainment, upscale eateries, music performances, and the hottest designer labels, including Thorn, which has a very large store here. Celebrity sightings are common in these broad avenues. It has beautiful water features like a spectacular animated fountain. And on the north side of the Grove, a massive parking structure. Significant because it is one of the largest in Los Angeles, and because from the roof, one of the best panoramic views in the city. You can see all the way from downtown to the Hollywood sign. And that is where the police are.
By the way, Annabelle says she's on her way.
Would you let her know that we're headed for the roof?
Yes.
What you can see as you approach the Grove on the street is that police cruisers and security SUVs have blocked off all the street entrances to the parking garage. And there are mall security guards and LA police officers standing outside their vehicles. People who want to park in the garage are waved off to find someplace else to put their cars. Shoppers who want to return to the parking garage to collect their vehicles are held back. Their choices are to either wait with their bags, their purchases, their children, or return to the shopping area until the inconvenience is over. Glancing up at the roof as you approach, you can see the distinctive blue and red reflected glow of emergency vehicle lights. It is at this point your phone rings. Your contact in the organization is returning your message.
Yeah, I'm at the Grove. This looks like quite a thing is happening here.
Yeah. Hey, look, Mr. Temple, I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do about this one. Somebody's got the lid on. I'll try to find out who it is, but I think you're on your own.
Does it seem somehow unusual that they're getting this response?
Are you asking him?
Yes, I'm asking him if this seems like an unusual response.
Yeah, I think you'd have to say that. Usually, I could find out pretty easily what's going on here. All I know is that there's some suspects being detained, but I can't find out who it is or why.
You know, keep your head down. I don't want you to burn yourself over this.
You sure?
If you stumble across something super relevant, let me know. Otherwise, I'll handle it.
Okay. As you pull up alongside the street level entry ramp, you see Annabelle right where she said she would be, waiting for you on the corner.
What up, fam?
Welcome back.
The driver pulls over, lets her into the car.
I leave you guys alone for one night of self-care, and I come back and you have gone up against the police, done murder most foul, and got haunted? Is that correct?
Oh, wow.
I didn't do any of those things.
Technically, neither did I. And nothing's gone wrong with the police yet.
I'm going to activate Unseen
Small.
Presence.
Small mercies.
You, in other words,
Sorry,
are going to vanish
Unseen
from
passage.
sight.
Yep.
Jasper,
And I'm
the rouse check.
Yep.
Okay.
2 successes, in fact. And I disappear and I go, I'm going to the roof. And I
So
let
you
myself out of the
are
car.
exiting the SUV before it pulls away from the curb. Then.
Yep. As she gets in, I'm passing out.
To see you too.
Bye.
Did X tell you anything about the Tremere?
Weird sisters.
Yeah.
So we gotta save them from the cops.
Short versions, refugees from whatever's happening in San Diego, whatever Tara was running from. We got a favor from Eva in exchange for helping them. But somebody with some juice has them held up by the cops.
Pretty big favor.
Yeah.
So we just gonna go up and talk to them?
That's the plan.
All right.
Here we go. I have the driver pull up to the nearest a side gate. So like we're still gonna try and go in, but not the main entrance, because there's like the big entrance to the parking deck. I don't want that, but maybe like a side entrance to the parking deck.
He drives where you instruct, only to find that entrance too is blocked by emergency vehicles, with LAPD police officers and security guards standing outside those vehicles, waving you off, saying, "You can't park here, sir."
Can I try something?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Let me get out of the car.
The driver will leave the motor running.
Before I start speaking, I just kind of want to go on the record of saying that I have divine purity. So I look more innocent even though I commit sins.
Your record is noted duly.
Thank you.
That's quite some power.
You get to add a significant number of dice when you wish to avoid accusations.
Yes.
So you are walking. Where are you approaching? The police, security guards? You
Security
ignoring
guard that's
them?
waving us off. I am
Sure.
so sorry to be a bother.
Hey, miss, I'm sorry, but you can't park your car
you
here. You're gonna
understand,
have to
I
move
own
on.
a shop here that I really need to get up into this area
Yeah,
right now.
I understand, but I
But do
can't do
you?
it. I'm sorry. Hey, guys,
Please.
can you somebody escort this lady out of here? You can't be here. I'm sorry.
You-
We got some stuff.
Really don't understand. I really need to get up there right now. Please. May I activate awe as this is happening?
Okay, well, you certainly have his attention. He tries to keep his mouth closed. It's difficult for him. Hey, you seem like a really nice person and all, and I understand completely that you need to get in the garage, but, is there something else I could do for you? I go off duty in 15 minutes. Could we, maybe get a drink or something? That'd be awesome.
That would be lovely. You should actually ask my husband who's in the car next to me.
Yeah, I'll ask him. Hey, is it okay if I take her to get a drink when I get off duty? Because that would be awesome.
The gall.
I'm all like, I lower the window and I look out and I say, she's a strong woman. She can speak for herself. And I lower my hand, put my hand, let the window back up.
That was not how I thought you were going to respond to that. Hey.
One
He's
of
right.
the LA
You're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
All right, fair enough. Changing tactic here. Look, you're really going to let me up there right now.
One of the LAPD police officers has stepped away from his vehicle and over to where you're speaking and addresses you. What's your problem?
I need to get upstairs because I need to unload something very, very specific that the public cannot see for my shop opening.
Well, I'm sympathetic, but that's just not going to happen right now. Garage is locked down. Tight security.
What are you guys hiding up there?
I don't know. Somebody's gotten... I don't know. All we know is something's happening on the roof, and we're not allowed to let you up right now. I don't know the details. They don't tell us nothing. We're just waiting for the lieutenant to get here.
So your superior isn't here yet?
Well, no.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Noted. And
You
who
look
was
kind of
it?
familiar.
Well, yes, I own one of the shops here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're that spider lady.
Right.
Yeah, I got that for my wife for Christmas. That was...
Oh, good. Did you like it?
She loves it.
Oh, good. We're
man.
coming out with another one.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, for the
so,
summer.
yeah.
So, but here's the thing. If
So can I get a selfie?
only if you let me up. In fact, I'll even throw in a new fragrance test.
Make a check of charisma and persuasion.
Remember to add your presence.
Whilst you're doing that, Annabelle gets a text from me that says, "Don't get arrested."
Nobody ever plans to be arrested, right?
Don't jinx it. It may not be enough.
I know.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. He glances over his shoulder at the other security guards and police officers who are paying attention to him and you. I'll have to go with you.
Fair enough.
I'll tell him I'm escorting you to your car.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Which level you parked on?
All the way at the roof.
Okay. We're right here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's going to go talk to his associates in uniform. Jasper,
Yeah.
you exited the vehicle
Yeah.
unseen. You're in the cold night. Where are you going?
I am going to go for whatever the closest stairway to the roof.
Okay. Wits and awareness, please.
One success.
The doors that give ingress to the garage are also guarded. Even in a police situation, this is unusual. In front of each door is a uniformed security guard. They're not LAPD, they're just mall security. However, if you have willpower to spend and you want to re-roll up to 3 dice, you can look more closely.
I will re-roll 3 dice. Two successes.
So, noticing that the regular doors are guarded, you look around for other options. You notice that the emergency doors that lead out of the garage are not guarded because they can't be opened easily from the outside of the building, only from the inside. Perhaps if one were strong enough or resourceful enough, one could get one open. You also notice that the maintenance elevator isn't guarded, presumably because it has a security system that can't be accessed easily by the public. Finally, as you pass by the street level entrance and look past the police cruisers and the security guards standing around talking to Nellie, you can see that there is a control booth of some kind just inside the street level door, where there are uniformed mall security guards sitting in a small room enclosed by glass so that you can see everything inside it easily. And they are watching an array of security monitors. Not a problem for you,
No, not at all.
but a problem for your associates.
Yes. Well, I think what I would like to do is there anywhere. Don't want to cause too much of a scene. I would like to, as I'm looking at this, have they? Do I see him walk off after their conversation?
Yes,
Okay, but they have not gone into the parking garage yet.
that's correct.
Okay, I would like to look to see if I could find anywhere where one could feasibly shut down the power to this garage. Therefore, removing all the cameras.
Okay.
And wait till they've gone into the garage and then shut down the power.
please make 2 rolls. Intelligence and technology will be your first roll.
That would be 1 success. On
One
my
success.
technology roll.
Now, wits and larceny.
Ah.
Roll to do dirt.
2 successes.
2 successes for a total of 3. Hold that thought. Nellie, your friend, the LAPD officer, you can see from his name tag, his last name is Gregson. Returns to you. Says, okay, all clear. We got to be quick, though.
No
You ready?
problem. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Would you like to hop in our car while we go up?
Our car, I thought I was walking you to your car.
And my husband and my cousin.
Your cousin.
Yes.
I mean, I thought it was just going to be you and me.
They could follow lightly behind.
Look, I can escort you to your car or any place else you want, but I can't let a car in there. I'll lose my job.
It's okay. We can go on foot. We'll follow you.
Okay, that'll work. You'll have to leave your car. In fact, I'll let you park it over by the cruiser. Nobody will touch it there.
I say, hey, great, cool. And I lean over to my driver and I just say, make the block. Do not park next to the cruiser.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Actually, I take my gun out and I not in front of the cop, of course, and put it under the seat. I don't want to be armed where we're going.
Okay, so you want to make sure the police officer does not see you do this?
Right.
You're going to wait until he's not looking?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically,
Where are you stashing it?
under the seat before I exit the vehicle, sort of.
Okay.
Well, previously we had like a little case because we had kind of a go.
Still do.
stash. Yes. So I put it back in its case and hide it away.
So you have successfully disarmed yourself. Excellent.
Not getting in a shootout with mortals.
We're going to die.
Are you all exiting the vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I know it's weird that the whole family's following along. Very Godfather.
Yeah, whatever, kid. Hey, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go in. All right. He makes a point of escorting Nellie by her side.
So tell me about your wife. What is it that she likes about the fragrance?
Mostly she likes how much I like it.
Why do you like it?
Well, you know, it's sexy. It's hot. It's spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about the name, but
You've got him climbing up the walls, Nellie.
I do. And his wife likes it.
You're going to like the next one. It's called Anticipation.
That's
Really?
not, no.
Yeah.
Is that
Tell
a-
your friends.
I don't think
that
that's-
is
Tell the internet.
100%. Make sure you post on the policeman's message board that you're the first person to know that's the next fragrance. Anticipation. While we're sort of joking, I text Jasper on the way up. Because I don't actually know where he is. So
I also text him Anticipation. What's the next?
I
I'm
just
assuming my
respond
phone is
with
blown up in the group chat here.
anyone who's on the group chat gets the texts.
perfect.
So, the three of you are being accompanied by Officer Gregson into the main street level entrance so that you can go to the car that doesn't exist. That's going to take you right past the little security office where the cameras are. Jasper, you have reconnoitered the area.
Okay.
And near that maintenance elevator that I mentioned, there are a large number of conduits and electrical power boxes. 3 successes, perhaps not enough to decipher the actual electrical schematic of the garage. But you know an emergency off switch when you see one.
Yep. And knowing they're in there. Is there? You said there was a stairway up, correct?
There are several
It's just
stairways up.
guarded.
Not on the interior of the garage.
Okay,
Only the doors to them.
Okay,
Once you're in the garage,
I'm fine.
okay.
And is this thing on that I'm looking at inside or outside of the garage?
Inside.
Great. I will pull the emergency,
The emergency off switch.
and then I will start heading up the stairs to the roof.
There is a distinctly metallic click. All the power in the garage and in several of the nearby retail establishments go out. You can hear a collective groan, sigh, ooh, ah, uh-oh, cursing from outside. You hear a lot of police officers and security guards express concern, dismay, anxiety. You hear a lot of radios crackling, a lot of commands being issued with orders to find out what's going on, secure the roof, nobody gets in or out. Of course, none of the elevators will work now. Officer Gregson stops cold and says, "Hang on, something's gone wrong."
I'm going to mesmerize. You should go and see if people need help.
Mesmerism. Mm-hmm. Manipulation and dominate. Yeah, I should totally do that. I'm going to go see if anybody needs help.
Also, forget that you saw us.
Cloud memory. Mm-hmm. No rouse check, and there is no check necessary against a mortal. So forget that you saw us. He looks in your eyes. His pupils dilate. He nods. He looks a little sorry to forget Nellie, but
It's probably for the best.
he turns on his heel and walks quickly back the way he came, headed for the security vehicles at the street entrance.
Well, thank goodness he's not going to remember anticipation.
Oh, we will. No, that's the thing now.
no.
Yeah, that's happening.
I text the group. Hold the emergency power switch. It'll take them a while to figure out what went wrong. We should deal with this quickly.
All right, let's make for the stairs.
Stairs. Yep.
You are in the near darkness. Emergency lighting has come on near the stairwell and the parking security booth, but it's dim and doesn't illuminate much.
How close are we to like the outside like structure? Are we closer to the center of the garage?
Much closer to the center.
So like the spiral, the stone spiral that's kind of going up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna rapid reflex a little bit back into it, and I'm gonna pop my my little vial. with
Going to
the
help
vitamin.
yourself to a little arachnophoria snack?
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes.
I wonder how that tastes.
Like roses.
Doubtless. So you are preparing to make a vertical ascent.
Yep.
Is
Jasper?
this staircase that I'm heading up, is it a circular staircase like this?
It is not circular. It is, excuse me, it is a multi-tiered staircase that winds around.
Is there a path up the middle?
Yes.
I would like to use soaring leap to parkour up the middle as I
Cover a
go.
lot of vertical
I
ground.
can jump six meters vertically, so
With every leap.
yeah.
I would also, like, when I get into the stairwell, do the same thing and be like, I can only jump 3 meters vertically.
It's amazing what happens when one knows the security cameras are deactivated.
At least we sure hope so.
Hey, even if they weren't, I'd be fine.
Annabelle, how are you ascending to the
I activate Cat's Grace and I just take the stairs real fast.
So, Victor, in short leaps, you ascend the stairwell, moving twice, 3 times the speed of a mortal easily. Jasper, somewhat faster. Much faster. Annabelle moves up the stairs with liquid grace, her feet seemingly not even touching the risers as she goes, taking those corners tighter and tighter as you go up the spiral. And Nellie, you're on the wall, clinging like an insect, moving up, 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 up. Jasper is the first to reach the roof, and what you see when you arrive is a magnificent view, first of all, one of the best in the cities. From here, you can look down on the entire Grove complex with its bright lights, its festive trolley car, its animated fountains, and its thousands of mortal shoppers. Very small, 10 stories below you, unaware of what's transpiring just a few hundred feet above their heads. You can also see the police vehicles that are blocking the ramps, both down and up. Their blue lights flashing so that they're unmistakable. The parking garage level at the roof is only about half full. There's plenty of open space up here, but there is room to move between cars to reach the van, which is near the center of the parking area. It's white, it's dirty, its plates match those that were given to you by Eva.
Is the back of the van or the front of the van facing the police?
The front.
Okay. Is there a, from my vantage point, can I see if there's a back door on the van?
You'll have to maneuver around to take a look, but you are still unseen.
Yeah.
I presume that you also want to be quiet.
Yes. Roll a stealth check.
Please do. Meanwhile,
I will.
Victor,
I'm sorry. I would like to text them that I'm like, help is on the way. You'll know what to do here in just a moment.
That's the wrong die.
the response is okay.
I'm like, all right, Annabelle, ready to do this?
Do what?
4.
It'll make sense here in just a second.
That's very cryptic, but yeah.
I believe in you. Just be yourself. I spend a lot of time asking you not to be you. This time, super be you.
Now's my chance.
I turn on my live stream.
You turn on your live stream, so you activate your phone.
I do.
Nellie, you have reached the top of the stairway wall, so you have not yet been seen. Do you want to stay unseen in the stairwell, or do you want to peek up over the top of it so that you can see what's going on? Jasper and Nellie, you also note that there are police standing outside their cruisers and security guards standing outside their vehicles as well. They are watching the van. Their attention is focused right on it.
Are they speaking?
A few of them are talking to each other, but they're not taking their eyes off that van. Their weapons are still in their holster. They don't appear to be upset, but it's very dark up here now.
I'd like to activate heightened senses. I want to hear if they're saying anything.
What they're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Victor, let's go live.
Before I start saying anything, I look at the car. Do any of them look like unmarked security, government, like anything other than just a standard LAPD cruiser?
Intelligence and streetwise.
Hey, I haven't got to do this before now.
3 successes? You know cops when you see them. You don't think that any of these are government vehicles.
Okay. After I sort of wait a second, because I assume Jasper can see us, and I know he needs a distraction, so just sort of like take a breath and be like, all right, coming to you live, Victor Temple. I'm here doing a special photo shoot, and I do it really loud for the cops to hear me.
The minute your voice echoes across the rooftop,
Yeah.
that's all Nellie can hear, unfortunately. Really loud, and you have to back those senses off if
Yep.
you don't want to be deafened.
Yeah.
Every police and security eyeball on the roof immediately moves in your direction, and several guns leave their holsters.
I actually ignore them, like I don't notice. I'm like, we rented out the roof of the parking deck at the Grove for a photo shoot. We have one of our brand new artists, a model we just brought in, and I hug Annabelle. I'm like, this is baby B. You're gonna see her everywhere. She's blowing up. But I'm sort of making my way towards the cops, but doing this whole big, like, we're taking over, like the whole thing.
Freeze!
What?
Turn the phone off and put it down. There are 3 pistols pointed at you, and security guards are moving in your direction. None of the police have moved, but the security guards are headed your way at a fast clip.
I rotate so all of this is on the camera. I'm like, y'all, I file all my permits to be up here, and look at this. I'm still getting sweated by these rent-a-cops here. Like, why are the cops trying to sweat me? Like, I wore my little cute outfit today just so I could fit in. Yeah, what's the problem? And I activate awe when they come towards me.
Awe when you get
still holding the phone up, and I'm like, what's the problem, officers?
So the security guards who are approaching you slow their pace as the supernatural power of attention and attraction takes effect. They look at you. A few of them greet you in a friendly manner and say hello. One of them recognizes you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Get in on here, man.
Hey,
What's your,
big fan,
what's
big
your
fan,
name? Like, I
yeah.
read his name tag. Smith.
Lorison.
Lorison, hey man, I pull him in and I'm all like, say hi to the internet, man. Millions of people are watching right
Hey, how
now.
you doing?
Hey, all right.
Hey,
Yeah,
sweetie, I love you.
Hey, shout out to your mom or woman or man. I don't know. What are you into, Larson? Like
The police, on the other hand, who are still far enough away from you to be affected, have all drawn their guns now, all 6 of them. And they're shouting orders. It's a little confusing up here now. Some of them are shouting at you to put down the phone, get down on the ground. Some of them are telling the security guards to back away, get away from him. You're in the way, you're in the line of fire. Get out of there. It's starting to get really confusing and probably dangerous. Jasper?
As soon as as he goes off, does everybody look at him?
Every cop that you can see
Yeah.
is paying attention to this.
I want back to the door. If there's a back door, to
There
that
is
van,
a back door to the van.
I knock and then open.
It's locked.
You better open this door.
Who is it?
It's one of the coterie that's come to get you.
Mr. Temple?
No, this would be Jasper.
Where is Mr. Temple?
He's distracting everybody right now, and it would behoove you greatly to follow me right now.
You can hear some murmured conversation. You hear your name, Jasper? Mr. Jasper, I'm about to open this door. I must warn you, we are perfectly capable of defending ourselves.
Oh, I know you are.
Very well. Please stand back.
And I stand back from the door.
The back of the van opens, and the doors swing apart. Inside, you see 3 individuals. One of them, the one who is speaking to you and is closest to the door, appears to be a middle-aged woman, medium build with a rather thin, hawkish face, gold rimless glasses over very bright blue eyes. She has mousy brown hair done up in braids, no makeup, no jewelry. She's wearing a blue waterproof coat with a hood, dark slacks, and very practical shoes. Right behind her, you can see 2 more individuals. One is a young black woman with long, wavy, very rich brown hair that is lustrous and clearly is cared for very attentively. She has very large, alert, dark eyes. She's wearing a long, black, hooded coat, designer jeans, and winter leather boots without a heel. She's got a lot of gold jewelry, chains, earrings, and from each of them dangles a little occult symbol, many of which you recognize, some of which you don't. And then finally, there's a very young, petite Asian woman with very long dark hair worn loose, staring at you with deep suspicion. She's wearing a black leather motocross jacket, leather riding boots. She's chewing gum.
I would assume they can't see me. Now, I know you can't see me right now. And if it would make you feel better, although it doesn't for most people, I can show myself. But if you would be so kind as to just follow me, that would be excellent.
Eva has vouched for your Baron, Therefore, we will trust you.
Thank you. I am fond of Eva. And hopefully we'll be fond of you three as well. Let's go. Quietly, please.
They begin to exit the vehicle. Let's see how quiet they are. Meanwhile, the police have surrounded you. Are you still live streaming this?
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
At no point am I turning off the phone.
Yeah, you do so much. I activate awe. Hey, what's up, Internet Baby D here? Look at all our boys in blue making it safe for us to create content, right?
Oh, you know what? Nellie probably arranged the security details. She's got a shop here, Arachnophoria. Also, we can announce now, world announcement of the new fragrance. She's gonna be mad that we said it.
Anticipation.
Anticipation. Yes, thank you. Coming soon, Nellie G, Thorn Cosmetics.
Hey, everything's in order here, right? Like, you got all the permits that we filed, right?
Yeah, I mean,
This is a lot of security.
One of the uniformed officers who hasn't drawn his gun steps forward. He's a little older than the rest. He's got reddish brown hair, cut short. He's got a face that's really lived in, like he's seen a lot of life. And he looks right at you. Says, Mr. Temple?
yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Duane of the LAPD.
Lieutenant Duane, always a pleasure to meet one of our boys in blue. You guys, unheralded heroes in this city.
Hey, thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. But you
Yeah.
walked into a police situation. I know you didn't know. There's been some mistake.
What's
I have to ask you to turn off your phone, turn around, and leave the roof now. The LAPD has secured the area, and if you continue to live broadcast or refuse to leave the roof, I will have no choice but to arrest you.
Oh, we don't want any trouble, officer. What's going on? Like, we thought we had these filed weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
I'm very sorry, that's above my pay grade, but I must ask you to stop live broadcasting and leave the roof, or I will have to arrest you.
Jasper, are you out yet?
So not only are you not out, but they're not very quiet.
I rolled 7
Extricating
successes if that
themselves.
helps.
You know what?
7 successes if that helps.
Well, you are silent. You are greased lightning. There is no way that anybody could hear you, but Hester, Luna, and Kyoko, not so much. They make a lot of noise. They talk about, oh, I forgot my bag. I have to get it out. No, I can't leave without that. We're going to need those ingredients. And unfortunately, that does attract the attention of some of the officers on the roof.
I've just realized I'm gonna.
There's a shout, hey, freeze! And a lot of the guns turn away from you and toward the witches.
It's like, Lieutenant Duane, sorry, I still have them. I have them on. I'm still broadcasting this, by the way.
Okay.
But I look at him and I mesmerize, and I'm like, could you please ask them all to stand down?
You're using mesmerism
Yeah.
on camera.
Well, but I'm looking at him, and I'm like, could you please ask them to stand down?
Make a rouse check. Manipulation plus dominate.
Hey guys, it seems we've hit a bit of a snag here. There's something wrong with the permits, and we're all gonna get this sorted out. Don't you worry. And again, a big, big thanks to the thin blue line between us and chaos.
2, but I had to spend a willpower, or it would have been a bestial failure, which would have been non-optimal.
It's like a wise choice.
Yes.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. I'm not like, tell them to stand down. I'm like, hey, could you ask them to stand down? Like,
No, I'm sorry, sir, I can't. And since you have refused to obey lawful orders issued by an LAPD police officer, I'm now going to arrest you.
Oh.
He reaches for your phone.
Lord Jesus, I'm like internet. I'm like police brutality. Oh, help me, Lord.
I activate entrancement.
Okay. So you're going to make yourself supernaturally alluring. Make a rouse check.
I mean, wrong color, but you're good.
Yeah,
You okay?
yeah, it's good.
So, your hunger does not increase. The roll is charisma and presence. So, each dot of presence adds a die. Make sure to keep your hunger die in. I'll roll his composure and wits.
4.
Easily beats his 2 successes. So, several things happen. In practical terms, you get to add your presence to any social dice rolls that you may make against him, and this can be renewed indefinitely. And he steps towards you, his eyes large, adoring. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to inconvenience. I've got to arrest him. I don't have a choice. He's breaking the law. You understand, don't you?
Of course.
I'm not
I
going to
do.
arrest you.
No.
You can go free.
But you understand, I can't create content without this man. It's a platforming thing.
I see. Well, when you put it like that, it makes a lot of sense.
And look, I know you're just doing your job, but isn't there anything that we can do to just kind of make this go away?
The police officers are so confused now. Half of them still have their guns trained on the 3 witches who have frozen in their tracks when the police shouted stop. The others are looking back at you. They're looking at their lieutenant, waiting for orders. They don't know what to do.
You would all
Listen.
please keep walking. That
But
I know
please.
what they said.
But they're gonna shoot us.
No, they're not.
Please, just have your officers stand down. We don't want this to be an incident. This could be such good PR for you guys. I mean, let's be honest. You've all been dragged a lot on Twitter lately, and this is such a rare
It's
and
true,
golden
but that was a
opportunity.
bum rap.
It is. It's just not
we're just
fair.
trying to do our jobs.
I know.
It's so cool that you understand.
I do. I understand.
I can see that. You're a very warm and understanding person. The 3 Tremere hesitantly start walking.
Thank you. I am going to, as they're walking, I want to position myself still invisible as much in front of them as possible, so if there is shots, I will take the first hits.
Duly noted. Nellie?
Why do I do this?
Hearing all the chaos for some time now, I'm actually going to creep up behind them. I'm going to find Mr. Lieutenant Dwayne. Is that who you have under entrancement, or you have someone else?
Dwayne's under entrancement.
Excellent. I rolled a success on my rouse check. I'm also going to activate entrancement.
Charisma and presence.
When she walks up, I'm just like, Nellie G's here too. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding, people of the internet. We're gonna be going. Everything's good.
A couple of the cops and security guards say, hey, it's her. I know her. I've seen her.
You do know her.
Yeah, I bought my wife her perfume.
4 successes.
Poor Lieutenant Dwayne. He's just, his emotions are overwhelmed. he hardly knows who to look at.
Hey,
Yeah, I
just
get it.
gotten
Content,
a whole
right?
bum rap, but this is
that was just an unfortunate incident. He didn't mean to.
It's
Right?
true.
He's a good guy.
So if you could just let us go on our way, tell your officers to stand down. This could be one of those heartwarming moments you see go viral about, humanity behind the badge.
Yeah, we could tell our story. Yeah.
The people are listening to you right now, Lieutenant Dwayne. What would you like him to tell? The entire internet's right here in the palm of my hand. What do you want them to know, Lieutenant? Or maybe you...
You tell them exactly what was going on and how you're going to be able to help us out of this situation, Lieutenant Dwayne.
Lieutenant Dwayne launches into a very long, complicated, detailed story about the incident that was in the press recently, about those riots with the students at Griffith College and how the police were called and they were just trying to do their job and they didn't have any choice but to use tear gas and it was a mess and everybody felt sorry for the college students and he goes on and on.
Is that enough coverage for them to get out of here?
So, meanwhile, back at the van.
How we
I'm gonna
doing?
get shot.
Where are you trying to lead them?
To the closest stairwell. I assume there's one on a corner somewhere of the parking garage. Usually they're on the corners.
They usually are. So you're headed that way?
I'm heading to the closest one.
Headed to the closest one, and they are hesitantly following.
Nice.
Let's see. Annabelle's attention and Nellie's attention is on Lieutenant Dwayne. Your attention is on them and Dwayne.
I'm just trying to be as overt as possible. I'm trying to either get as much police attention or at least make it hard for them to concentrate on what's happening. That's why
Try to keep the confusion at maximum.
maximum. Yep.
Several of the police officers have stepped away from you, and they are moving at a fast trot back to their police vehicles.
Okay. You three, get to that stairwell. And I'm going to pull the Swiss Army knife that I have from my bag, and I'm going to start popping tires on cars
You,
with the screwdriver.
of course, that is going to set off some alarms
Yep.
as well. So, in addition to the darkness, the confusion, the chaos, the running police, now we have car alarms going off on the roof, flashing lights, horns blaring. It's a cacophony. It's very distracting. And now the security guards and police are so bewildered, everybody's got a weapon out. Somebody's going to get shot really quickly here.
Officer, you might want to raise your voice and let your men know that we do not want to have an incident.
He turns away from
Everything
the
is
camera
under
back to you and
control.
says, "Yeah, maybe we should just calm down and wait for backup, guys."
Yeah, and I am gonna start easing back towards the stairwell. I'm like, so apparently this photo shoot's not gonna happen tonight. We could do it inside Thorn.
Yeah,
we could
absolutely.
do our photo shoot back at the
we can-
store.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Baby B, I'm telling you, blowing up worldwide. Temple of Boom, worldwide. But I still do not disconnect the stream.
A vehicle drives up the ramp and stops, blocked by the police cruisers. Doors open. And figures get out. They start moving toward the officers very quickly.
In the stream.
You want to get them on stream?
No,
You're going to end it.
I do not. I do not film whoever that is. I just turn it off, put it away.
One of them, the one in the lead, is very distinctive looking. He looks like a man in his late middle age, thick, dark hair, and several very distinctive scars on his face. This guy has been in some fights in his time. He's wearing a very long black CPO coat, kind of trench coat that hasn't been in style for a while now. With him are three individuals who remind you of your own private security guards, just not as well dressed. And they are hurrying toward the police. Jasper. You've popped a lot of tires.
Yep, I'm going to start heading my way back to that stairway with them. I'm trying to get them down that stairway as fast as possible.
The guy with the scars shouts, "Hey! Stop him! Shoot him if you have to!" And the two cops who ran for the police cruiser stop, pull their guns, and open fire on the three Tremere who are headed for the stairway. A lot of gunfire happening now.
I make myself visible.
You let yourself be seen.
I go, "Come get me, guys!" And I just start running across the parking garage roof.
I'm like, what the hell is that?
What is going
You
on?
have put your phone away, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not recording anymore. Yeah.
All right. This is a mess. It is loud. It is scary. It is dangerous. Shots ring out across the rooftop. You can hear the crowds at the shopping mall down below on the street shout collectively, "Shooter! Gun!" Screaming, pandemonium. You think some of the Tremere got hit. You're not sure. You're a little busy trying to make yourself a target.
So proud of what I do.
So let's take it in order. Jasper, you are basically taking one for the team.
Yep,
Is that correct?
it is. I'm
Okay.
I'm doing everything in my power not to actually get hit.
Well, you've got partial cover at least behind
And
behind the cars. Do you want to make a dodge?
I would like to make a dodge, and I do have rapid reflexes.
So you're not at any kind of disadvantage for
No.
the cover situation. So you get your full dodge pool. Go for it.
All right. And remind me again what I roll for dodge.
I'd like you to make dexterity and athletics.
That's what it is. Thank you. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. The bullets slam into the cars near you, breaking windows, shattering glass, blowing away paint, piercing metal. But they don't hit you. Annabelle, your entranced lieutenant still has his attention on you and Nellie. Hasn't been able to shake off the supernatural effect, so you still got him under your emotional thumb.
You let your officers fire on civilians in a shopping center.
Hey, I
What is
didn't
that?
I didn't give the order, and I'd never shoot you or you.
Yeah, well, who's gonna take the fall for that?
Well,
Call them off or suffer the
yeah, hey, stand down. Nellie?
Oh, I'm backing her the whole time.
Okay.
So if you don't get them to stand down, we're gonna do something with you, and I know people way higher than you.
I believe you. I believe you. Hey, yeah, everybody stand down. Just lower your guns. Ceasefire.
I go towards the scarred man. Do I recognize him, or does he even fit any description of anyone I've heard of?
You don't think you've seen him before, and you don't recognize him. He's given his orders. He is walking across the rooftop in your direction.
I go towards him, and I'm all like, I think you and I need to have a conversation. And I still have awe up.
Do I have the honor of addressing Victor Temple?
Who might I have the honor of addressing?
You can call me Sheriff Marcos.
Sheriff. I look around, and I'm all like, I don't think this is a sheriff jurisdiction.
I think you find you're wrong. I was told you might try to interfere. Could we have a word in private, you and I?
I do just sort of like look towards all of the mortals, and I'm all like,
They'll do as they're told.
where would you like to talk?
Step right over here. It's a lovely view. I bet we can see the Hollywood sign.
Hollywood's a fantastic place.
Am I too busy to
So
see
I
this?
hear. You're a little distracted, not getting punctured by Glock 17 bullets.
As soon as I can, I want to dive behind a
Yeah.
car fully, crouch and activate unseen passage again so I can move without anybody having seen.
Okay, so
Can't do it while they're looking at me.
you won't be able to see what's going on while you're ducking and
That's
dodging.
fine.
All right. One of the bullets tags you in the arm as you go down. It's superficial damage halved. It's only one wound.
Okay.
Once you're down safely behind the car, you make the rouse check.
Yep, I'm good.
You're all set. Your hunger does not increase. Once you get down under cover, unseen passage.
And then I'm going as fast as I can to that stairway.
The Tremere have reached the stairway. Hester has already gone through. Luna and Kyoko are following.
In fact, I'm just jumping. 5
Annabelle?
that's 50.
Got about half the cops, half the security guards to follow the orders of Lieutenant Duane. They're doing as you're told. They've lowered their weapons and they're waiting for orders.
You should probably get all of your people to stand down and leave. This is a bad look for all of you.
Yeah, we got it. We should go.
You should go.
Yeah, are you coming with us? I mean, when? No?
No, she's gonna stay with me.
Okay.
I'll call you.
I'll get these guys out of here. Yeah, it's been a
Still
pleasure
still
to meet you.
911, right?
Good luck with the content.
Yeah.
Right? And good luck with the ants. Sounds I'll buy it.
Thanks.
Sounds awesome.
Just go.
Okay, we'll see you. We'll catch you around. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, let's go. I'm sure they need help on the street. He turns and walks purposefully toward one of the other stairways. He's followed by all but one of the mall security guards, but none of the police officers. So you've effectively cleared about half the strength of the opposing force through the use of entrancement. Meanwhile, The sheriff has walked beside you until you reach the very edge of the parking garage. He's right. It's a spectacular view. Here under the night sky, with the power still out on top of the garage so that the street lights aren't working, you can see all the way from downtown to the Hollywood sign. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I look at him and I say, Chaz delivered Prince Thomas's invitation to speak. I really look forward to meeting with him. Congrats on Beverly Hills. I heard about it. Beverly Hills is a nice place. Nice place.
Not really my kind of place, but Vannevar likes what he likes.
Not all of LA is this picturesque.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
Yeah.
Downtown's a dump.
Yeah, you might want to steer clear of downtown. It's a lot of random violence that happens down there.
You looking out for my safety?
I'm looking out for all of our kind's safety.
It's very thoughtful of you, Baron.
I'm sure you know everything that's happening with... I just nod my head towards the mortals. Them. I don't know if it's word has reached the ivory tower, but the Inquisition is real. They are back.
You know what pisses me off about anarchs? What pisses me off about anarchs is they don't build things. They just tear things down. You know? You guys are all about destruction, chaos, murder. But when it comes to establishing any kind of permanent order, you're useless. Look at this place. 1944. And since then, what have you guys got? Bunch of squabbling street gangs fighting over territory? That's all going to come to an end.
You know, last I checked, you guys couldn't make San Francisco work. And if Berkeley and Bays and SEALs and college students and tech startups was too much to manage, what are you going to do with the beating heart of Los Angeles?
I'm not worried about it.
Well, maybe that's why the Camarilla is on the back nine. Maybe if you had a little more vision, you would understand things. You know, you and I don't have to be enemies. We don't have to do this, and we definitely don't have to do it here.
You are saying you don't think we have to fight? I think you're wrong.
What do you want? What do you and your people want?
Order. Structure. Calm. This was under control until you interfered.
You know, I don't know how communications works via like parchment and cylinders and messenger boys or whatever you guys are doing these days. But Vannevar and I are supposed to be speaking with each other, and this kind of seems like backwards progress. Because I'd hate for me to scuff up his sheriff, and then he's upset with me, and then things are just weird, you know?
What makes you think Vannevar wants to talk with faithless anarchs?
You know,
Well, because we control the valley.
we control Los Angeles.
You think so? I think you control little petty kingdoms, little bits of feudal turf, a neighborhood here, a neighborhood there.
Well, neighborhoods here and there collectively mean something.
My friend here is actually a little new. You're
No,
like,
no, let her talk, let her talk. This is gonna be great.
No, she is this important piece of context here. See, they had San Francisco and lost San Francisco. And so now they're running south thinking that these are going to be greener pastures. Like, we're going to be afraid that the big bad Camarilla's here. I don't really know that that's going to be how this goes down.
He's not doing you any favors, Annabelle. Do you even know about Prague? About the conclave? About what happened? About what your clan did?
No, but I have thoughts about what we're going to do.
I'll bet. You should know better.
I particularly don't care to teach her about history. She has a vision. We should follow that.
Vision.
What the hell are you doing here anyways?
Cleaning up your mess.
My mess, or are you guys trying to pick out a new Elysium? Oh, that is it.
Strauss will get around to it.
Yeah, why isn't Strauss here himself?
This ain't Elysium.
Yeah, but I'm sure he was the one who ordered something to stop what's going on here.
It's an impressive view, isn't it?
Don't evade the question. What are you doing here?
If this was Elysium, I couldn't do this.
Yep.
Victor.
Yep.
We all knew what this was.
Yep. Have I gotten to the stairway yet?
One moment. So. Make it charisma and leadership. It's a good roll for you.
I don't know what for, so I'm going to go ahead and boost this attribute. 1.
Make a rouse check.
Yes. Oh, I do not pass.
You feel 1,000 sharp needles stab through your undead gut. Each one a tiny pinprick of pain and hunger as the beast bares its fangs. You can feel your own fangs descend into your mouth and touch your lip, sharp and ready. 3 successes? What hunger are you at? You are now at hunger 4. It feels as though some of your own vitae has been extinguished, snuffed out, burned away, leaving the beast in its place. Yeah, let it out, you know.
What are you doing to him?
See, here's what I don't understand. I don't see how me losing my temper here when there's the 4 of us and the 1 of you helps you at all, because I will send you back in pieces to all the princes of the cities. I'm trying to be cool about this. I'm trying to be a Ventru like my brother Thomas, but you seem to want something else to happen here, and it can.
To answer your question, I'm showing him who runs this place. And I'm showing Nellie this ain't Elysium. And I'm showing you all that even if it goes down in front of all these people, it'll get cleaned up as though it never happened.
Well,
Just like the Succubus Club. So, what's it gonna be? You gonna get out of here, leave peacefully, and let us take the Tremere? They're not gonna get out of the garage. Or are we gonna do this? Jasper,
How close am I to him?
I'm going to presume that you have made yourself a beeline right for this guy.
Yep.
And that by this time, you are standing right behind him.
Okay. I'm gonna say, we're gonna do this, and I just shove him off the roof.
The edge of the roof. It's a surprise attack.
I'm activating prowess as well.
Prowess as well. Add your potence to the attack.
I do get hungrier, but that puts me only at 2.
No, I was thinking it too. I think we're all thinking somebody's going off the roof.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be you.
Still might be. We're not done yet.
Is
4 successes.
4 successes. It's like hitting a steel girder. You feel something break and dislocate in your shoulder. You take 2 superficial damage, but you achieve your objective. He is, with a cry of surprise, propelled forward right between Annabelle and Nellie, out into space, and falls.
Call your car.
Enjoy the view.
And I run back to get those Tremere that I've taken so much damage for.
The ones who are now finding their way down the stairway
Yes.
of the parking garage, this seems like an excellent place to take a short break and return to our story in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle LA by Night, Season 2, Episode 2, An Eye for an Eye. Jasper, nice handiwork. You have materialized on the roof. You have been seen, or a dark hooded figure has been seen, materializing out of nowhere, racing for the edge of the roof and dumping Mr. Marcos, Sheriff Marcos, as he called himself, over the edge below. And as you stand at the edge surveying your handiwork, you can see him land with a very satisfying thud. Now, the Tremere that you are here to rescue are nowhere to be seen. You presume that they have entered the stairwell and are on their way down to the street. Lieutenant Dwayne has led his security guard friends off the roof and exited through a different stairwell. They're no longer in the scene. Half a dozen LAPD officers, however, are still on the roof. 4 of them are just standing around with their guns drawn, not sure who to shoot. 2 of them are near their police cruisers. They're the ones who are shooting at you. They seem a lot more confident about who to shoot at. And then there are the 3 members of the sheriff's security detail. And they are 3 men whom you would say have seen as much rough life as their sheriff, judging from their builds, their scars, and the way they carry themselves. It's too dark to see their features clearly, but they are clearly ready to fight, and they are going to act very quickly. Nellie, Annabelle, and Victor are still near the edge of the roof where the sheriff went over the side. Down on the street, pandemonium, police lights, radios, people shouting, screaming, pointing. It's chaos, and it's very visible. Nellie?
So as he's pushing them, I'd like to use rapid reflex to pull my my full cape up and pull it up and over, so it looks like I'm the hooded one, and it'll allow
So-
him a little bit of cover.
Now there are 2 hooded figures on the roof.
Yeah, so just to be clear, there are cops pointing guns at us.
That is
correct?
correct. None of them have given you orders yet.
No, they have not.
It's not a great situation.
It's not a great situation.
The 3 security team members are headed towards you fast.
Okay, I'm gonna
Presume that's why the cops aren't shooting.
as I go, I'm gonna start heading towards that staircase. But
The staircase that the Tremere
going
used?
towards. When I pass by her with her cloak up, using that obscurance to activate unseen passage.
Ooh,
She's cover.
interesting. You know, Nellie's not very big. It's not a lot of cover.
No.
Dexterity and stealth, please.
Okay.
I'm in heels.
Tall, very tall.
Road.
You have a dancer's height, but
Yes, Jasper.
still not a lot of
Raise
cover.
the belt.
I'm gonna use a point of willpower. That was only 2. Total of 3.
You can't be sure of who has seen you and who has not. So you presume that you are unseen.
Okay. I use that.
Annabelle?
Oh my god! Oh my god! He pushed him off the side and then he jumped off! Oh my god! Did you see that? Somebody do something!
Victor?
I look at one of the mortal LAPD officers that's looking at me, and I point towards the security guys, and I say, "Those guys have guns. Shoot them." Dominate. Mesmerize.
Mesmerism? Mesmerism.
The worst.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna spend a point of willpower. 4 successes.
4 successes. Did you include your 4 hunger dice in that
Did.
roll? You're okay.
I am. Well, okay.
You are at 4 hunger.
Yes.
4 successes. The police officer trains his pistol on one of the security figures and opens fire. The security figures draw their guns, fire back. You are in that line of fire.
Well, I'm kind
Fortunately,
of.
are you dodging out of the way?
Well, I was at the edge.
We don't have a tactical map, so let us
Right,
let
sure.
us imagine in the mind that you and Nellie and Annabelle are on the edge, with the police officers on one side of you, the security detail on the other.
Okay.
So you could get hit.
Okay.
Several of the police officers pick up what Annabelle is saying and rush over to the edge to look over, as if they can't believe what has happened here. Others have a little bit more presence of mind, are running for the police cruisers. Maybe they're going to drive out of here, maybe they're going to get on the radios. The 2 police officers who are already at their cruisers, however, have a different idea. They've brought out shotguns.
Some of
Jasper.
those tires are flat. Just letting you just remind.
Some of those police vehicles aren't going anywhere fast.
I'm headed. I need to get eyes on those Tremere and find them.
So you're going to cross the roof and head for that stairwell.
Head for that stairwell.
Open up the door and get down there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm relying on the fact that I am unseen to cover the fact that I am not. I am running.
All right. I will roll for the firefight that is now opening up. Security versus police. I will roll once for each side. The security guards are far better shots than the police are. Bullets whiz through the air. The crowd on the streets below, in the mall, shout. There's a lot of fear and screaming as shots ring out again. If you are glancing over the side of the roof, you can see, many, many dozens of smartphones trained on the roof, recording the flashing lights, reflected gunfire. They can't really see anything from down there, although if you look over, you might be exposed. No. Okay. 2 of the police officers go down, and the security guards continue their move forward. So for Annabelle, Victor, and Nellie, presuming you don't want to stay between these groups, what do you want to do?
The staircase we came out of, is there a door? Because we came out right onto the roof and sort of are near that.
Quite close, although you did walk to the edge of the roof with the sheriff.
Sure.
Are you trying to judge the distance between yourself and the nearest stairway?
That is exactly what I'm trying to do.
You think you could make it in 2 soaring leaps?
But there's still mortals up here.
There are.
They don't have cameras, and the Camarilla said they'd clean this up. So, yes, the beast is out anyway. I'm going to soaring leap towards the staircase. I'm actively fleeing.
Actively fleeing. Nellie?
I'm gonna turn to Annabelle. How strong are you willing to be right now?
I can be as strong as you need.
How close are we to a truck?
A pickup? Like a big old...
Something big.
You are within several dozen steps, easily. Very quick.
Truck?
Their
Push.
truck.
I'm gonna go onto the truck and I'm gonna insect and like hold on to it.
Where do you want her to throw it?
Getting us as close to a stairwell as possible, so using that as cover from the bullets.
So you are going to cling to the side of the truck while it's in motion?
Yep.
Pretty good.
Interesting tactic.
This is
Magic
fine.
prowess.
You are going to use all your strength. Rouse check.
Safe.
Pretty good. Which is good.
Your hunger does not increase. Let's call it, I was about to say drive, but you're not really steering the vehicle as much as you are aiming the vehicle.
It's a manual drive.
So let's call it strength and athletics or brawl, whichever you choose.
3.
Burn willpower.
I'm gonna burn
Okay.
4.
Yep.
4 successes. There's a horrific sound of tearing metal as a transmission that was in park is forced to move against the natural motion of the vehicle. And the truck moves. It slams across the cement of the parking lot roof, smashes into a support pillar near a light post, and in moments, you have an accessible stairwell
Excellent.
right at your fingertips. Victor, you are bounding for that stairwell.
While I'm traveling, like still trying to get out of here, I call Abrams. I just hit dial while I'm running.
I'm presuming that you are not trying to dial while leaping.
No. Yeah.
That would be an interesting trick.
Pretty good with this phone. But yes, while fleeing is point 1, but while is to the best of my ability, I'm trying to call Abrams.
But the goal is to exit,
Yes.
okay? Through the stairway that now has a truck parked next to it.
Yes.
And Annabelle following
Down the stairs.
down the stairs. Jasper,
Yeah.
you open up the stairwell door. You are greeted by the sound of gunfire down below. Someone's shooting down there.
All right.
Booking it down?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm heading right towards
As
that.
fast as you can go, are you going to attempt the soaring leap in reverse?
I don't know how far down they are, correct?
That is correct.
I'm going to do something real dumb. And I'm going to jump down that middle passage and try and see which floor they're on and stop myself when I get there.
He learned that from watching you, by the
You're
way.
going to hurtle yourself out into space,
Yep.
trusting in fate,
Yeah,
luck,
I guess.
skill.
I'm
Be right.
Kind of desperate at this moment.
If you are wrong, or if your luck is bad, you could take considerable damage
Yep.
when you hit the bottom 10 stories below. You could go into torpor.
I could indeed.
I believe in you.
Thanks.
So, it's not strength that's going to determine whether or not you can do this, at least not at first. It's going to be how fast you can recognize what's going on around you and react to it.
All right.
So, the roll is wits and awareness
All
to
right.
know when to stop.
Three successes.
Did you re-roll?
I did a reroll with a willpower.
How much willpower do you have unspent now?
I have 1 unspent willpower left.
3 successes. So, you hurtle down into space through the darkened stairwell. You are looking down, I presume.
Yeah.
Try to get some hint of when to push your arms out.
flash of
and
light,
stop
something.
yourself. Well, the gunfire does the trick. The muzzle flashes from the pistols signal you just in time.
Okay.
So, arms to the side.
Yep. To catch the floor.
You're rather strong, are you not?
I am indeed, and I still have prowess activated. It lasts for the scene, I believe.
It does. Roll your strength and add your dice in potence to it.
It's just strength and then add my dice and potence. Got it. Oh, no. Those two.
You can increase your strength if you had to.
Yeah, I could.
You can risk a rouse check and increase the ability. If
I
you
will
like to.
increase my strength with a rouse check.
All the cool kids
And
are
I'm
hungry.
okay.
Keep your hunger in check.
Not the time.
3 successes.
3 successes. Thrusting your arms out to either side. Your hands make contact with the rough concrete of the stairwell. There's a very loud sound of cracking, crumbling concrete as your fists thrust through the surface and actually punch grooves in it as you're slowing yourself to stop. It's painful. It hurts. We'll give luck a chance to be merciful here.
Or terrible.
Ew.
It is only superficial damage. That is a critical success. So You're going to take 3 superficial damage. That's halved.
All right. That puts me at 1 aggravated.
But you do manage to stop yourself, and you are suspended in the stairwell by the main strength of your limbs. And the stairs in front of you are the 3 Tremere kneeling down, facing downward at 2 police officers who are firing back. And the Tremere are casting.
Good evening, ladies. I'll take care of this. And I jump towards the policeman. I'm going to slam their heads together. Hopefully I don't kill them like the last 2.
Strength and brawl. It's a surprise attack. They've heard a loud noise. It's dark. They've got targets. They're not sure what's happening. There's no dodge for them.
Yep, that's 1, 2, 3. I'm still buffed, so that's 4.
And keep adding your points to the roll.
And that. All right.
Roll all the dice.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh.
Okay, that's 5 successes.
5 successes.
I don't want to kill them. Just putting that out there.
First one hand and the other comes loose as you use your own weight to swing over the side of the stairwell, landing between the officers. One pallid hand grabs the first cop, and the other pallid hand grabs the other and brings their skulls together with a sickening crunch. 5 successes is rather a lot of damage for a mortal. They both
I'd say rather a lot of skill, maybe?
slide soundlessly and bonelessly to the cement stairs. Their guns drop with a clatter, and the Tremere finish their spell.
I'm gonna get hit with a spell.
You are where you are. Kyoko, with the chewing gum and the leather riding boots and the motocross jacket, sends flame from her hands. Fire. The most frightening thing imaginable apart from the sun itself. So I need you to check for frenzy.
Okay.
It's your remaining willpower.
Okay. As a failure.
You're gonna burn, and you're gonna flee.
I have 1 remaining willpower left.
You got 1 left?
Can I spend it for a reroll?
Yes.
All right. Still a failure.
Still a failure.
Yep.
You can hear Kyoko shout, "Sorry! Sorry! Sorry! Sorry!" And then the flames strike you.
Okay.
You take 2 points of aggravated damage
Okay.
as the fire licks at your undead flesh. The pain is almost unimaginable. You don't remember the last time you were burned like this. It's been some time. Some almost forgotten fight. Some altercation long ago. As your flesh crisps and blackens, the red terror, the rot shrek, rises, blooms in your mind like a red flower, smothering your thoughts, turning you away. You race down the stairway, away from the fire, away from the terror, away from the pain, headed for the exit as fast as you can go. Meanwhile, on the roof, you've reached the exit and you're on your way down.
But I am trying to call Abrams while I'm leaving.
You're calling his direct line
Yes.
as you are running down the stairway.
Yes. Still, I mean, leaping to the best of my ability, like as sure as I'm clear. Everything's clear, yeah.
Make a dexterity and athletics check on the way down.
Those is not my thing at all. Yeah.
Nellie and Annabelle, running as fast as you can.
Question, sorry. I have more hunger than I have dice to roll. Does that matter for any on any practical?
Matter of fact, it does. It is not a good situation for you. Maybe you ought not to be dialing and texting while leaping.
The beast wants what it wants, but
Wants what it wants.
I'm gonna die.
well, one success. But again, I have less dice than I have hunger. So
Hold that thought. Nellie and Annabelle,
I'm taking the stairs like a flight at a time with Cat's Great.
leaping from landing to landing, trying to get down as quickly as possible. Nellie?
Well, I was gonna offer a ride, but how's the side? Is there a lot of people looking there?
So the stairway is enclosed in the garage. You have no view of the outside. Fortunately, you're concealed from prying eyes in here. So, headed down
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down the stairs like a normal person.
like a normal person. Rather,
What
novel,
a thought.
rather novel response.
good
to,
thing we're not in a hurry or
ordinary
anything, right?
Well, I'm gonna assess situations.
So, the phone, you can't hold on to it. Leaping, trying to dial, trying to move that fast with the beast that close to the surface. It's just not a good idea. You manage to catch yourself before you fall or rip out a support post, but the phone goes flying and clatters down several flights of stairs somewhere below you. You're going to stop to pick it up?
I have to.
Got to get it. It's got
That's all right.
certain recording.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay. Annabelle gets to the bottom first because you've stopped and Nellie is moving at a normal pace.
Sauntering.
Do I see him?
Different stairwell.
God. All right. I'm stuck there without a ride.
You are at the bottom. Your comrades are coming down behind you. You haven't opened the door to the outside yet. You can hear noise on the other side of the door. People shouting, talking, radios crackling. You're not sure how close to the door the closest people are.
I poke my head out the door.
You open the door and look out. It's a scene of pandemonium. Some people are running. Others are down on the ground with their heads covered because they don't want to get shot. Some have their cell phones out and they're just randomly recording everything around them. But at least the door isn't guarded anymore.
Okay.
There's no security guard on the other side.
Where are you? Group text.
Well, unfortunately, with the terror frenzy gripping you,
What's a
you're not going to answer your phone. That's not going to happen. Now, by the time you reach the bottom of the stairway, the threat is gone and well behind you, and you will be able to recover yourself. So let's hold that thought for a moment. Get your phone back. Cracked, not damaged too badly, still functional. Still want to call Abrams?
I do.
Gonna have to slow down.
I will.
Do I
Okay.
catch up?
Nellie, you can catch up to him.
Aha! What are you doing?
Victor, what's going on?
The Camarilla Sheriff is at the Grove. The chaos at the Grove is the Ivory Tower. And
That's what's going on?
And then I hang up.
He doesn't call you back.
Yeah.
I
Abrams.
propose we get out of here.
Forward. Definitely not backwards.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then when we get to the door, is Annabelle, you said you're looking at.
Yeah.
I text the driver, the nearest intersection. I do not want him to re-enter the Grove, whatever the nearest cross streets.
You want him out on the street.
Yes.
Do you want him on the other side of the street from
Close. I mean, we're trying to. I would like to we can collect the Tremere later. At this point, I'm trying to make sure that we get in the car, and then we'll collect the Tremere.
the wall? Mr. Miller assures you that he will get it done.
Excellent. I do text the Tremere the cross streets. Hopefully they're smart enough to read street signs, man. I know they're not from here, but I'm all I just text the name of Third and Fairfax.
So before we get back to Jasper, my question to Annabelle is, do you wait for your comrades to come down the stairway and catch up to you, or do you go out?
Where do I know where the other stairwell is? Where everybody else is coming out?
You're pretty sure you know what part of the garage that would be.
Okay, head towards there.
Okay, so you want to go back into the garage rather than outside.
Yeah.
You want to cross the garage on the street level to get to Jasper. Jasper, at the bottom of the stairwell, alone in the dark, the fire somewhere behind you, and the sound of Kyoko hollering down the stairway, "Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry about that. You sorry? Hey!
Just come down the stairs.
Yeah, we're on our way. Hang on." You hear the sound of footsteps clattering down behind you.
I am very visible at this moment at the bottom of the stairs, just waiting for them to come down the stairs.
You are. So, Annabelle, you leave the stairwell and go out into the parking garage. You want to stick to the shadows? Try not to be seen? Or do
No,
you
I
care?
just go.
You just go.
There's pandemonium everywhere.
There are mortals on the ground floor of the parking garage inside. There are security guards. There are police. They're not paying attention to you. They haven't seen you yet. They are moving around, securing the exits. There are a lot more of them than when this evening started. You're not sure that any vehicle could get in or out of here now. So, you're headed for the opposite
I
side.
weave my way through the crowd. As fast as I can manage without looking too suspicious.
Wits and awareness, please.
I'm laying on the stairs.
3.
Just like
Laying
I'm
on
just
the
laying on the stairs, just waiting.
Using the crowd as cover, you make your way across the parking garage for the stairwell. About 10 yards away, though, you pull up short because the sheriff is there already at the stairwell. And there are 3 more of those very tough-looking security types with him, and they are waiting at the door.
Oh, good.
He hasn't seen you. His back is to you. You're not sure how hurt he is. There are no visible injuries.
They're waiting at the stairwell.
Go for it.
I pull out my stake and I jump on him.
You're going to try to take him out from behind? It's a called shot. It's a surprise action.
Yes. Make the stupid choice. Yes.
It's heroic. Heroic.
Make it dexterity and brawl. Actually, make it strength and brawl. Take 2 dice out of your pool for the difficulty of the called shot.
Do I still have prowess in there?
Still lasts. We haven't left the scene yet. So you add that to your pool. Make sure your hunger's in there.
4.
4. You've never staked a vampire before. You're not sure what to expect. This is
I have.
completely new for you. Actually, you do know what to expect. You know exactly how this feels. You sure you want to do it? Okay. You leap on him. Shove sharpened piece of wood through his back. You feel it penetrate into the skin, through the tissue, the muscles, through his ribs, crack, part. It's not until the stake is all the way in that you know you've missed the heart. Nellie and Victor.
Where did Bill go?
Probably trying to help Jasper. We got to get us all out of here. Same thing. I just sort of like take a deep breath before I open the door. I'm like, and then I just bust out like I'm like, oh, you know, just trying to blend into the chaos.
While
I
he's
don't-
doing that, I'm insect walk. I'm gonna go up onto the ceiling, going upside down.
So you're not leaving the stairwell.
No.
You're going to stay in there.
Well, no, I'm going across the parking lot, but I'm going across the.
I understand. So you want to come out of the stairwell on the ceiling
Yep.
and try to remain unseen as
Correct.
as you're crossing. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. Above the heads of the crowd. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My goal is to try and blend into the crowd as much as possible, but head towards where the car is supposed to be.
Please, each of you make a wits and awareness. Oop, too many dice. Too many dice. Three. 2. Nellie, where are you headed? No one's noticed you yet.
I'm heading, assuming where Belle was going, so just across the parking lot.
Just across the parking lot?
Yeah, hopefully
Okay.
to the opposite stairwell, because I'll start clearing around,
Okay.
knowing where.
What you see from your upside down position on the ceiling
Yes.
is Annabelle in a pitched fight with the sheriff, with Marcos, 3 of his security detail.
And to be noted, I left robe in the, so that's not hanging
So
everywhere.
it's not concealing you.
Yeah.
Do I hear what is happening out there? Because I'm right by that door.
You are right behind the door. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Victor, you scored 3. You look around. You are pretending to be confused and shocked and surprised. No one is giving you any particular attention because of the confusion and the chaos, but you do see, of course, Annabelle, the sheriff, the security detail, and you see, from your vantage point, what she has tried to do and failed to do.
Relative to where the car is supposed to be, how close are we? Like, are we within a block? Is it like mini blocks?
A couple of blocks. You need to exit the garage, get through the valet parking circle, and out onto the street. So you're not within an easy walk. Jasper, there's too much noise and confusion in the garage with the people, the shouting, the shots, for you to distinguish any particular noise and know what it actually means.
All right.
But the Tremere have caught up to you. Kyoko looks horrified.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it.
Are you badly hurt?
Yes, I am. But that's not the point right
So sorry.
now. We need to get out of here.
What do we do? Where do we go?
And I know that it was text. I look at my phone. We have a place we need to go. There'll be a car there. And we can get in that car and we can leave. Now, stay behind me. I'm going to open the door and see what's going on.
Hester addresses you. This has all gone very badly, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Your Baron told us that we weren't to harm mortals, but that may be necessary.
I don't care what you do.
Oh, I like you. Excellent, lead the way.
Thank you. And I'm going to activate unseen passage,
Rouse check.
and I get hungrier.
You feel the cold prick
Yep.
of hunger stabbing you in the chest and throat. You can feel the ache in your teeth. You want to bite.
And I push the door open.
Open the door. Okay, so Annabelle,
Listen, you and I both know that we need to get out of here. That was a warning shot. I'm not gonna take part in your stupid dick measuring contests like that happened up there. We all need to get out of here, and there are more of us than there are of you. Go back to your ivory tower.
nope. Steps back and forward, and with the palm of his hand, shoves at you. You want to take her, or do you want to dodge?
I'll dodge.
Okay. Make it dexterity and brawl.
Cat's Grace.
Celerity. Automatic success in dexterity or athletic bake rolls that need balance.
No. Yes.
This is for damage, so it doesn't apply.
I'm gonna burn a willpower.
5.
Okay, I take it.
All 5? Fortunately, it's superficial damage, so it gets rounded. You're only going to take 2 points. Actually, round up, so 3. The fist, the palm of the hand, slams into your chest, and you're propelled backwards several feet into a vehicle. It's one of those little smart cars, one of those little tiny vehicles that really don't have a lot of substance to them. And it just sort of crumples inward as your body impacts it. It hurts, but not as much as you would expect. Either he didn't use his full strength, or maybe you're tougher than you thought you were. The security detail moves in on you. Victor and Nellie, you can see this.
Head for the car.
You're out.
Well, I mean, I'm going to try and get the car closer to them for us to leave, and my gun is in the car. So either way, head for the car.
Okay, Nellie,
I'm going for Annabelle.
cross the ceiling.
Yep.
You're right on top of them.
Also, the most Toreador question I'm going to ask you right now, what kind of shoes are they wearing?
The sheriff looks like he has a pair of maybe work boots, something that you might find on a construction site. The 3 security detail have ordinary dress shoes.
Excellent. So I'm going to go for one of the security detail. So as I'm crawling, I'm pulling out my little stiletto sword. As I'm dropping down, I'm going to actually drop all the way to the ground. And as I'm coming down, I'm going to hit their Achilles tendon.
Good thing it's dark in here. While you are dropping and fighting, make it dexterity and melee. Jasper.
What did I see as soon as I opened the door?
As soon as you opened the door, you saw Sheriff Marco, his back to you and a stake protruding from it,
Yep.
a little too high from the target, smashing Bell into a smart
The
car.
knife comes out, and I'm just gonna go for his neck, tries to cut
You're
clean
going
his
to try to
from his shoulders.
decapitate him. 4 successes. He screams in pain, the tendons separated. He's not going to walk again. He's going to go down. Spray of blood from his leg across the cement floor. Smells wonderful, but you don't have time to stop and taste it. 1 down.
Now, I've burned all my superficial willpower. Can I?
Willing to take aggravated?
I'm willing to take aggravated.
Take the ag.
Oh, yes, that was so worth it. That is
How many?
That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
9 successes.
9 times.
Called shot. It's a tough difficulty. Is there any way that you can add even 1 more damage to the margin?
Oh, well, my knife is +2.
Yes.
And then I add my half of my potence rating to that, so that's +3.
For a total of
That would be 11 points of damage. No, 12 points.
12 points of damage. Decapitation requires 10. You've exceeded by 2.
Ah, yes. So I just go,
His head comes away from his neck, just like Nellie did with Nick. We all know what happens then. He begins to fall apart. He begins to disintegrate.
I turn and I say, after that happens, I look at the 3 security details step forward. Right, they stepped ahead of him, or they're
They're headed
just
for
doing
Annabelle.
that. I just go, The next person who touches her gets the same thing. And I look at all of them.
I took down one, right? Security detail?
2 are standing, 1's down because Nellie's got him out. So they both look at you, they look at Annabelle, and they split.
That's what I thought.
Anybody chasing them?
I don't care.
They are out of here. They are beating feet for the entrance in the darkness and the confusion. Thank goodness those lights still aren't on.
Victor, get the car.
I run
Annabelle?
over and catch him.
At his feet, the sheriff is falling apart. It's happening again. It's happening again. It's happening again.
Told him not to measure his dick against ours. Fuck.
Oh, you know,
You don't know what we just fucking did, you guys.
I am fully aware. I would like to not be burned anymore, so we can talk about this later.
The 3 Tremere are horrified.
Let's right this way, ladies. Let's go.
Victor, you have exited the garage,
I cut his head off.
weaving your way through the crowd,
Nothing supernatural, just as fast as I can to the car.
past the flashing lights of the emergency vehicles. You hear the distant sound of a helicopter approaching. You are headed for the street. Are you trying to make it to the car?
To the car.
To the car. You'll get there first.
Okay.
What do you do when you arrive?
When I hop in, I take the case of the gun and I just put it on my lap. And I tell him, I look for the...
What should I do, sir? Should I drive, or are they coming?
Is from what I saw, were there any unblocked roads back towards them? Or cars in the way of all of them?
You mean to get into the parking garage itself?
At least even any closer than we are at this exact second.
You can get right up to the entrance of the garage, but you'll have to stop before you get to the emergency vehicles.
I would do that. I'll stop, 20, 30 feet away from any police cars because I don't want them to look over in the window.
He throws the vehicle in gear as you're getting your weaponry ready.
I message everybody that it's like we're pulling up to the garage entrance. Get ready to go. I do not remove the gun from the case, so if anybody is looking, I basically just have the case on my lap.
Nellie, you're looking around. Inside the garage, it's all gone quiet. No more cops, no more security guards. There's no one in this garage street level now but you and your colleagues.
This is not good.
Really?
Jasper and Annabelle headed for the exit,
Yeah.
along with the Tremere.
Yep.
Nellie, are you going with?
Yeah, I'm closing up the rear on them, though.
Keeping your eyes behind?
Yep. I want to activate heightened senses, sight more acutely to see anything else around.
Wits and awareness.
Four successes.
It's dark in here because the lights are still out and the emergency lights don't illuminate as much as perhaps they should. But you could swear that one of the shadows near the very back of the garage has just moved.
Ooh, yeah, so activating Sense the Unseen now.
Sense the Unseen. Go ahead and make that roll. You will need to roll Wits and Awareness again. Take away a die.
One success. I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Join the club.
It's a hard night for us.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah, not the back. Not the back.
You can't make out the details of the figure because it's wreathed in shadow, and the shadows around it are moving.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards the shadows. I'm gonna let them keep going.
Nellie, where are you going?
Don't worry about it. There's shadows moving. Get to the car right now.
That is exactly the
we
sort of
have to
thing
get
we
to
should
the
worry
Go
car.
about.
to
Come
the
with
car right now, Annabelle.
Annabelle, we have to get to the car.
So the vehicle pulls up. You've reached the garage. Miller says, I can't go any further, sir. There's police and pedestrians everywhere. I'm going to hit somebody if I
No,
try.
just wait here. I don't open the door. I let down the
Okay.
window. But do I see any of them?
Yeah, you see them all.
Okay.
They're just on the other side of the emergency vehicles. So, Annabelle, Jasper, you can see the SUV. It's within reach.
I support him and we head over to the SUV as fast as we can.
Do I see the
Okay.
Tremere with them also?
Tremere are following behind.
Okay.
She's the best suited to get out of here on her own. Let's get in the car.
Nellie,
If there's ever a moment that you trusted me, Annabelle, this is it.
be careful. All right, let's get in the car.
You clamber into the vehicle.
Are the Tremere in?
Finally,
Go, but don't speed. Just like drive. I mean, because I figure that with all the chaos, lots of people are probably like trying to drive out of here as fast as they can. So
it's
just,
a mess.
yeah.
He's got to be very careful not to run people over, not to wreck the car.
Yeah.
Got to pick his way around parked cars and people trying to back up where they shouldn't and drive over medians and doing anything to get out of here. Let's see how good he is.
Let's.
Well, you didn't really need the passenger side fender. Didn't really need that paint on the passenger side doors, but at least you get out onto the street.
I got other cars. We're good.
Let's go buy a new car.
Okay.
Back to the club.
Hester addresses you.
That's the Baron over there. Talk to him.
Baron Temple, we thank you.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Is it always like this?
With us, yeah.
More than we would like.
What exactly has happened? And where's your other companion?
She'll join us soon. She's sharp. Why are you all leaving San Diego? Why is Eva trying to smuggle you into LA?
What did they want with you?
I'm feeling particularly generous at the moment. Just gonna let you in on something I heard. You remember? It might have something to do with. Remember Tara? I'm sure you remember Tara. Vanavar may have gotten her
Mayhem.
ashes sent to him recently. So that might be partially why people are fleeing, and partially why this is happening.
That was unwise.
Yeah.
That is
no,
grave news.
I didn't do it.
Are you certain?
I mean, it's what I heard. And,
Your clan is well known for knowing what others do not.
I would consider it to be what actually happened. And, yeah, so. Fun.
We decided to head north to Los Angeles because without Tara to keep them in check, all the barons have descended upon one another. It's bloodshed. It's a massive turf war. Vampires are disappearing in San Diego as well.
Disappearing.
We fear that the overt violence and chaos has attracted the attention of the Inquisition. So we discussed this with Eva and decided that Los Angeles seemed the safer city, and now I begin to question the wisdom of my decision.
It is generally safer. This was a bad night. Also, Tara did defect to the Camarilla, so that's why that happened to her.
We had heard as much.
Yeah.
So it is true.
Yeah, it is.
We traveled in Luna's boat. Luna speaks up. Yeah, I love the ocean. Can't get enough of it. It seemed a less obtrusive way to travel. You know, trains, highways, a lot easier to intercept you.
Not a bad idea.
We spent the night out at sea, which is, you know, fairly safe for our kind. Harder to track, you know. And we came ashore in Marina del Rey. I mean, I know that it's Baron Teresa's territory, but Eva squared it with her and arranged for safe passage through Santa Monica for us. You know, got this van, and I had a little trouble with the GPS, and so we got off the 2 at Beverly Hills because Kyoko wanted to see it, and we ended up picking up a police tail. They were following us, so I pulled into the parking lot at the Grove. I figured, you know, they wouldn't do anything with so many mortals around. They cornered us up on the roof, and they were waiting for something, I guess, for whoever you were fighting with.
Yeah.
Who was that, anyway? What was that?
The sheriff. Vannevar Thomas's sheriff.
Hester just buries her face.
Oh, I know. I feel you. I'm right there with you. I know what I did.
Ladies, as we're speeding along, I'm like, so Eva offered me a major boon to see you delivered safely out of Hollywood, which we're in the process of doing. In the process thereof, one of my dearest friends has been gravely injured. Another person that I love more than myself is in danger at this exact moment, and we might have just started a war with the Camarilla. So we have done what we've bartered so far. What are the 3 of you offering us now?
Eva was right about you.
Eva doesn't have any idea what I'm capable of.
I would point out that we are not safely anywhere yet. Although you did rescue us from a dire predicament.
I did.
Nellie, back in the garage. You're moving toward the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping across the garage. Now, do you have your knife in your hand?
Yes.
Still dark in here. Just the emergency lighting, that sickly yellow sodium glow, casting an eerie light into the interior. The shadowy figure detaches itself from the deeper shadows and walks forward slowly, shaking its head. You should have gone with them,
Why?
because then this wouldn't happen. You've fought this clan before, you and Abrams. The shadow tendrils that emerge from the darkness behind it are long and snake-like, and you know what they can do.
I was really hoping this was my uncle.
Fight or dodge.
Dodge.
Make it Dex and Athletics.
I'm gonna burn a willpower.
I'm drawing those inner reserves.
3 successes.
No, 5
successes.
successes.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5 successes.
5
Oh, that's right. Yep.
successes. 5 successes. Lithe, like a snake. You step aside as the shadowy whip cracks in the air next to you.
I don't mean you any harm, but you need to show me who you are right now.
I don't think I do.
Did I recognize the voice at all?
It's no one you've heard before. So, sheriff is gone. And so it's to be war between us.
Show yourself.
Figure steps back into the shadows.
Typical Camarilla. Walking into the shadows and not trying to show yourself. You should fight like a normal person or a normal vampire.
There's no response from the shadows.
Can I... Anything with Sense the Unseen at all?
You want to try?
Yeah.
So. Whoever it is, isn't there anymore. And you're alone in the parking garage.
I text Daffodil.
What's the message?
Where are you?
Text back. Other side of the fountain.
Can you get to the Grove?
The return text is, I'm in the grove, at the fountain.
Oh, fountain, not the street. Got it. So I start heading to the fountain. I text Victor, only Victor, a blue heart
A blue heart.
emoji.
A blue heart emoji.
I replied, do you need a car?
No response.
Meanwhile, back in the SUV,
What the parody of an 80s businessman means to say is that aside from all sort of vampire favors and boons and politics, we are in dire straits. Everybody's deeply injured. We don't know where Nellie is. There might be war. We need to work together. What do you have that they wanted?
we have no objections to working with you at all. We are grateful to be rescued. Make no mistake. We just find it surprising that talk of favors and boons at such a time is what's first on your mind.
He's scared.
Are we going someplace safe?
Yes.
She turns to look at Luna and Kyoko. Yes, of course we will work with you, but let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, we're already driving.
Let's
This
get
whole
home
thing is
first.
in the car.
I just.
We know we're in the car, but let's get to where we're going.
I text Fiorenza. I say, Vannevar took a shot at us. Things are about to escalate out of control, and I would rather we handle this like civilized Ventrue.
There's a 2-minute wait for the reply. The response is, "Are you free to talk?"
No.
Your phone rings. It is her number.
I answer and I say, I'm in mixed company on the road.
Victor, my boy, when I say, "Are you free to talk?" it means I'm going to call, so the appropriate response is yes.
Quite.
My boy, you have been busy.
Very.
You are in mixed company.
Incredibly.
How inconvenient.
You have no idea.
Am I going to hear about this tomorrow night?
Unquestionably.
I see.
I would rather it be the only time we have to have this particular conversation. I would rather we settle this all diplomatically.
I guess that depends on what you've done.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. We were just trying to talk with somebody that preferred to be a blunt instrument. It's very, very un-Ventrue. very, very low.
Did he just call me a blunt instrument?
Who's dead, my boy?
Marcos.
Oh dear.
We gave him every opportunity.
Well, won't this be interesting?
I'm trying to keep it minimally interesting, yes.
Here is what I want you to do. Go someplace safe and defensible. Stay there until I call you again.
I will make sure I'm available.
That's what I like to hear, my boy.
Always a pleasure. Hey, how are things in Chicago?
She does not respond, and the call ends.
What's in Chicago?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Deep dish pizza.
To the club.
In a few minutes, you'll be back at the Maharaja. Nellie, alone in the garage. You see, at the entrance now, some men in coveralls approaching. They look like not security, but maintenance workers. They've got toolboxes, clipboards, flashlights, and they're moving into the garage. They're headed for the electrical junction boxes.
I'm gonna go walk back to the stairwell where I dropped my fur cape.
Gonna retrieve it.
Yeah. Don't want evidence that I was here.
The security guard who you crippled, who you maimed,
Oh, yeah.
his body's not there. There's a long smear of blood where you cut his Achilles tendon.
Right.
Staining the cement floor.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make a beeline actually to the maintenance gentleman. Excuse me.
They shine their flashlights on you. Hey, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Yeah. Somebody just like ran into me and I'm bleeding under my pants and there's all this blood everywhere. It was just.
Yeah,
it
you
was
got to get out of here.
awful.
Hey, let us get you out. It's okay. It's okay. Look into my light. Do you know your name? Do you know where you are?
I know where I'm at, but can you not shine that?
Yeah. Sorry. Come on, miss. Come on. Let's go.
My
Let's get her
friend
out
is
of
waiting
here.
for me over in the fountain right now, please.
Yeah, two of them stand either side of you and offer to escort you out. You need help?
Yes, somebody also stole my cape and they ran off that way. Could you retrieve that, please?
Yeah, we'll take care of everything. Let's get you out of here, though.
Thank you.
They walk you toward the street exit. You go with them?
Is that towards the fountain? Mm-hmm. Okay, yes.
Of course. You are halfway there. When your phone rings, and the ringtone is her.
I'll pick it up.
Sis?
Isa, what are you doing?
Sis, is that you?
Yes, I'm very busy right now.
Sis, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Really dark here,
What?
and I'm... Buenas noches. You can hear Petronella's voice on the line.
What are you doing with her?
You must come to us,
Where?
to the hacienda, to the old place.
Okay. I will be right there.
Until you are here, she is mine.
Don't touch her. Please. I will do anything.
I hope so, for your sake and for hers.
Can I put this on speakerphone and track where that is at?
You could if the call was still alive. The Maharaja Club. East part of Hollywood. Not the best part of town, but home sweet home. When you're vampires who have had a rough and ugly night. Miller pulls the car into the garage, sir.
Absolutely.
Parks it. And the Tremere look at you expectantly. Are we here? Is this it?
We are. I'll show you to a place where you'll be safe, and then we'll speak momentarily. Is Campbell there when we pull in?
He's waiting for you.
Be like, I need to eat now. You know what I need.
Right away, sir.
And I look at you and I say, well, I don't have what you need.
That's fine.
I mean, do we have what you need?
Nope.
Kyoko gets out of the car and approaches you. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. You weren't the target.
I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You saved our asses.
Yeah.
And you... She holds out her hands.
I put one of my hands in there.
Anything you need from me, you just ask. I'm so sorry.
That's very kind of you.
Can you forgive me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. You are in terrible.
I'm in terrible shape. I need to go home. So I'm gonna do that.
Well, you can get out through the basement, but can you come back once you're good?
I can come back once I'm eaten.
Hey, thank you. That was fantastic.
And it doesn't feel fantastic. I'll be alright.
You're a bad liar.
I know.
Luna wants to know, the parking garage is lovely, but where do we go, Baron?
I straight to the basement, because we have a way to access from, where we have our kindred accommodations down there.
So you point to someplace?
No,
or
we
you-
go. I
Are
take
you going to
them-
lead the way?
Yes, I will lead. I will
Gonna
lead them
lead
there.
into the basement.
And again, I reiterate to Campbell that I need what I need.
They're going to follow you.
Yeah.
They've got a few small bags, a couple of backpacks, some purses, but nothing like suitcases or any large luggage with them. Apparently, they came traveling light.
So as we're walking along, I say, my young friend misspoke earlier. Now is absolutely the time to talk about boons and debts, and I absolutely meant what I said. And no, I didn't mean I'm afraid. Because to be clear, we'll get you to safety, and I mean you no harm. When night falls tomorrow, you all are free to go wherever you want to go. But if war is coming, and you wish my continued protection, I ask again, what are you all offering me as Baron of the Valley?
Hester gives you a cool, appraising glance, thinks about it for half a minute. Very well. Let us talk terms. We seek haven, hospitality, place to hunt, and a purpose. San Francisco is chaos. It would appear that your city is headed in the same direction, though for different precipitate causes. So, here we have war for war, blood for blood, controlment for controlment, Baron. Not a pretty situation. The three of us are skilled at what we do.
I can attest to that.
Kyoko shrugs. Yeah. So, in return for haven, hospitality, place to hunt, we shall serve your purpose. What is your purpose, Baron Temple?
Believe it or not, I meant what I said to Marcos. I have no desire to destroy any of my fellow kindred, Camarilla or not. There's forces bearing down on us from the Inquisition that don't care if we're Anarch or Camarilla or Tremere or Ventru. They just see us as monsters and want to kill us all. I want to create a safe place for our people.
It would appear that conflict with the Ivory Tower is now inevitable.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. There's just no changing some of us.
I am going to recommend that while we all remain here, we invite Eva for a conference. She knows some things that I am not at liberty to share with you, but that I think will prove important in this discussion. So
Yes, please.
perhaps after we have all rested a day or two.
Whatever you need, food to feed wise, we'll get you anything that you require.
That's very kind. I myself am not a picky eater. Kyoko prefers her refreshment very fresh. I think she would prefer to provide for herself if you can point her in the right direction in your territory. And Luna, I'll let her discuss that with you privately.
Well, for now, the men and women who work here are accustomed to being called upon in a number of ways. Please do not take the final drink from them. We had an incident lately that I would rather not repeat. And my friend, have you left yet? I'm sorry.
No, I'm still there.
I just say that he speaks highly of you and he hates everyone. And Eva has given me no reason not to believe her. So, in exchange for your service, I offer my protection. And I just extend my hand to her.
She thinks it over for maybe 5 or 6 seconds before she extends her own hand and clasps yours.
Welcome to the valley.
Thank you, Baron Temple. It is good to have a home.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Need to attend to some things. Of course, and we would perhaps like to refresh ourselves as well.
I actually head to my office. I tell them whatever they've arranged for me, my security, I'm like, have it sent up to my office. And I leave.
Nellie, you meet Daffodil by the park fountain. Mm-hmm. The little park-like area in the middle of the grove is empty of people. Now that the emergency is over, the shoppers have wasted no time in leaving this place. The police have cordoned off the garage by now. The lighting is restored. You're alone with Daffodil.
Well, it's about darn time you got here.
Hey, I'm sorry. Police, cops everywhere.
And you don't make yourself useful at all.
What did you think I was going to do?
I don't know, you have connections. Okay, you know, I don't even want to deal with this right now. I need to go find my sister. I need to find her now.
Okay, let's go. Where do you want to go?
All I could do is just track her phone from where the last time she was at before it... I don't know. And I show him the map where her phone would have been.
Give me that thing. Give it up. I got a car here. I'll take you where you want to go.
Here.
All right. He escorts you away from the fountain, through the grove. It's weird seeing it without any people here. Mm-hmm. It's empty. It's almost eerie. Deserted. His vehicle is not far away. He holds the door open for you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You enter the car. He gets in the driver's side, turns the ignition, and drives you away into the night.
Okay.
Jasper, this is going to take some time.
Yep.
Do you plan to do anything about it here, or do you plan to wait?
I plan. How close until dawn?
Half the night, maybe?
Okay, I'm going to exit to the sewers as soon as possible and head home. And repair myself once I get there.
Are you going to let anybody know you're leaving, or are you just going to go?
Well, because you're still down in the basement, right? I'm gonna be like, hey.
Hey.
So I'm gonna go, but I'll be back. I'm just going home to fix this.
Thanks for saving me.
Yeah, you know,
I hope it didn't start a war.
probably did, but yeah, it's okay. I've never done that before, so that was the whole thing.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Look at that. Ow. I'll see you in a few days.
Okay. Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing that I would have you do.
Can you only feed on other kindred?
I will neither confirm nor deny that statement, but you best not say that in front of other company. Most of what I do is not good. But I'm glad you're safe. And I leave.
Your refreshment is waiting for you, as requested. How much do you sate your hunger?
Down to one. I don't take their life, even though I really super want to, but I won't.
How much unspent willpower do you have left?
2.
Roll it.
One success.
It's enough. It's enough. You are sorely tempted. It wants her. It wants to take that last heartbeat and keep it for yourself. But you don't. You lose yourself in the ecstatic sensations of the blood almost too long. But at the very last moment, when one more heartbeat would be too late, you remember who you are.
I take this away from them. I'm like, I need you to forget all about this. And then I take my phone out and I text Anitra. I say, I've been thinking, I'd like to offer you a position with the organization.
Hold that thought. We'll end our story here for tonight. But before we go, it's important to remember again that secrets have a way of getting out.
Thanks, Juan, for bringing me to my dorm room tonight. Yeah,
No problem.
it was a really fun date.
No problem. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was weird because it was a dodgeball party,
Yeah,
but it was still fun despite that. So.
I didn't really understand
Yeah.
what was going on. But
Sure. I hope I dressed appropriately. I don't know. I didn't know what to do for a dodgeball party.
You didn't, but you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I just, you know,
Yeah.
it's a little presidential, I think is the
Okay.
word for it.
Well, that might be good for certain things, but not for other things. I am poli-sci, but no, you're right. It's
yeah, it's Victorian couture is more my style, so I can, you know, maybe get you like a nice
Cool.
waistcoat or, you know,
That'd be
cravat
great.
or something.
I'd love a makeover. Any fashion advice from you, I'll take any day of the week. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to introduce you to Chloe, but
Yeah.
she wasn't at the party.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
hope
you
she's
met
okay.
her, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to actually get the two of you guys to know each other.
Sure, that's okay. Yeah.
So there's that, and then Dave just wouldn't stop asking me about her at the party, and
Who's Dave again?
it's your boyfriend,
Right. Chloe's dating Dave.
Dave. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And
Okay.
I haven't seen her at all these past few days. It's been kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Hmm.
Why were you falling so far behind me, walking
Oh,
to my dorm?
it's a dumb thing. When we were heading over here, it just kind of felt like I got a weird feeling that maybe that there was somebody there, that maybe we were being watched or something, and I didn't know if I was gonna have to tell some guy off or something. So you know, I would have done it.
That sounds
But,
silly.
yeah, it was.
I mean,
It was weird. Sometimes it's weird on campus at night. So.
yeah. I mean, you talk about those protests all the time. It's
Yeah.
like I'm dating my best friend.
By the
If I
way,
can say we're dating.
that reminds me.
Yeah,
Remind
what?
me to introduce you to Annabelle too. She's also been pretty busy with stuff. I guess she's been kind of a little flaky lately, but she's awesome, and she's
Yeah,
somebody who's
she's-
in my group. And
She's awesome. Like
yeah,
me, awesome.
no,
Or like,
I mean different
oh,
kind.
the different kind of awesome. Cool.
You're awesome.
yeah, with
you're
an A.
yeah.
Ah.
I'm in awe of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
we have a lot of stuff in common and not, but
Yeah.
I really like you. So
I do too.
yeah. So good night, Diane.
Good night.
It was a great date. Thanks. Bye.
I'll text you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.